Okay, welcome back. Our cluster is ready. You can see that the EKS demo cluster is ready and it's created successfully. So now we will move on to the next step. And in the next step, we need two utilities in our CLI, because I'm using the Windows operating system. If we are using the any Linux machine, then we should use the terminal. So that's why I'm using the Ubuntu client on my Windows machine. And with this client, I need to set up the AWS authentication and the kubectl utilities locally, so I can manage this cluster and create my resources and deploy our applications in this cluster. So first of all, for installation of the AWS authentication, we just need to follow or set up the AWS access keys or secret access keys. So my machine will communicate with my AWS account. So for that, let's start the implementation of this authentication. So we need one user. First, we will create one user in my machine, so I can use the access keys and secret access keys to communicate with my AWS account using CLI. So first of all, we will create a user, and you can see I'm creating it. So the name is anything you want. I will create a user with the EKS CLI user, and we just use this user just for the programmatic access, because we are using this user for my CLI purpose. So I just click on the programmatic access. For the permission, I'm not assigning any permission yet, but I will do that later. For a while, it's not a good practice to assign the administrator access with this user, but because this is just for the demo, I'm using this permission. Otherwise, we should create a separate and proper permissions, but which services we are looking for or creating or accessing. So we should create a proper policy for that. So I will create it, and I will use these access keys and secret access keys. I'm downloading it, and again, this is not a good practice to download it because if this file is compromised, then my account is compromised because it's administrator access. I will remove this user after this recording. So I need access keys, so I will copy it from there, and I will run the AWS configure command. And here I will use this access key, and let me copy the secret access key as well. And this is the default region which we are using, EU West one, or we will change it because we are using the US East one for the Northern Virginia. I just need to update it. So I just rerun it, and I will copy the US East one. So I will add it there, and here we have. So to check whatever I'm using, or do I have the proper permission? So I just need to run the AWS S3 ls or any command which I can have all of the buckets are in my account, or if I need to check IAM users, I will list it down the users or AWS EC2 instance resources. So now we have successfully set up my AWS account with this. So now we are going to install the kubectl. I will show you how we can install the kubectl because I already have this kubectl utility in my laptop. So I didn't need to use it or install it again because it's already there. Oh, sorry, I think capital V or anything. Okay, the command is kubectl version. I just remove this V and hyphen and just write the version, and it works. So you can see that the major version is this and the minor version is this for the kubectl. And now I will show you how we can install the kubectl. I already installed. This is the documentation. This is the default documentation of Kubernetes. Here you can see that If we want to install it on the Linux, so we can follow. If we install it on the Mac OS, then we can follow this link, and if we install it on the Windows, then we will follow it. So all of these steps, optional steps are optional, so you can skip it. Otherwise, all of these things you can follow and install the kubectl command line on your laptop, and or you can follow the AWS documentation as well. You can see the Mac, Linux, and Windows commands are there. Few commands and versions are different, and few commands are optional. So you can skip it, whatever you are on the OS you are working. So we have the kubectl there. We have the account setup successfully. So now first we will run the command to get the information about our EKS cluster. So for that, let me zoom it so you can have proper visibility. AWS EKS region, which region we are having. So we are working on the US East one, and the update on kubeconfig. This config file is create the config file in my laptop, so we can have the proper access with our EKS cluster. So it will create the let me write the command first, and then I will explain what this. The name is the same as we have the name in our EKS cluster. This is the name which we need. So we will copy it and paste it. And after that, we just need to run and press the enter key. It will create, let me first show you, because I already have few files in my laptop. It will create this .cube directory. In this .cube directory, you will have the config file. If I will go to the .cube directory, so you can see that I have the config file. This is a config file which I am using for my usage. So let me show you. So it will create the automatic config file for you if you don't have. So first I will save my config file, because I have a configurations of my other clusters as well. So I don't want to replace it. So I will first create a backup of this file, and then I will create or run the command. Okay, so I have created a copy of this file, and now I think we will run the command. So this is the command which we are looking for, and it will create a .config file if the command is correct. Let me check where we are having issue. AWS EKS region. Oh, sorry, region spells are not correct. Region US East 1 update kubeconfig this. So you can see that it will add this information in my kubeconfig file successfully.